नमस्कार, सलाम, सत श्री अकाल, या अली मदद, गुड इवनिंग टू कैलगरी। आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में। आप ये प्रोग्राम देखते हैं हमारे अपने पसंदीदा टीवी चैनल पंजाबी नेशनल पर, और कई बार हम आपको ये प्रोग्राम की रिकॉर्डिंग भी सुनाते हैं हमारे अपने पसंदीदा रेडियो चैनल रेडियो सुर संगम पर। मैं आपका होस्ट, आपका दोस्त अमृत बरार एक बार फिर से आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं, और हर वीक की तरह यही आशा करता हूं कि आपका लास्ट वीक बहुत अच्छा गया होगा। गॉड ब्लेस हमारी जो सरकारें हैं कनाडा के अंदर, वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम को उन्होंने इम्प्लीमेंट किया, और आज की डेट में आई थिंक वी आर स्टैंडिंग एट अ प्लेस वेयर वी कैन रीओपन आवर प्रोविंस। और यहाँ पर लोग जो हैं बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साहित हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा अपबीट हैं इस फैसले को लेकर। But again, we have to be very careful in starting. We have to take care for all the precautions what we were doing. एक तरह से ये हमारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में कहीं हम बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साहित ना हो जाएं और कुछ ऐसे कदम उठाएं जिसकी वजह से दोबारा लॉकडाउन करना पड़े। हर वीक की तरह मैं कोशिश ये करता हूँ कि we have some special guests to talk to you, to talk about their lives, and we have started a segment जिसका नाम है incredible people and their incredible stories. कनाडा एक ऐसा देश है जहाँ पे people from all over the world they come and they start their new life. They could be from anywhere in the world, from different cultures, from different religious backgrounds, but how they make themselves successful is the key, and this segment brings you those stories जो कि आपको प्रेरित करेगा. I'm very sure when you will hear such stories you will be motivated and you will feel that if they can do it you can also do it. उसी तर्ज पर आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही अमेजिंग सज्जन जुड़ रहे हैं जो कि इस समय एक्टिंग जीएम हैं कैलगरी पार्किंग अथॉरिटी के. ये पार्किंग अथॉरिटी एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करती है सिटी ऑफ कैलगरी के लिए. आइए उनसे जानते हैं कि आज वो उस मुकाम पर कैसे पहुँचे, क्या क्या उन्होंने मुसीबतें झेली एज एन इमिग्रेंट, और आज वो इस लेवल पे हैं. आइए मिलकर स्वागत करते हैं हमारे अपने मो हुसैनी जी का. वेलकम टू द शो सर.
Thank you very much. Sat Sri Akal, Ya Ali Madad, Assalamu Alaikum, and good day. Namaste to everyone. Thank you very much for having me here today.
It's amazing, sir. You can say greetings in every language, right?
I tried my best. Yes, I am from Vancouver, and I had a lot of friends from various communities growing up, so I was able to pick that up from them. So I'm very honored to be here. Thank you very much for having me today.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming to our studio and talking about your life. Again, as I was saying to our viewers, that this segment brings the stories of those people who have struggled in their life because it's not easy when you come here to this new country, and because it's a big, for some people it's a big shock of cultural shock. Some people get very different life what they were living back home, because you have to start from scratch. There are very few people who are like kind of millionaires in their own countries, and when they come here they open up lavish businesses and then they go ahead with that kind of lifestyle. But very few, I can say. Most of the people, they come here as an on point system, or on different immigration programs, and they start a new life and they start from scratch. And that's what we're gonna be sharing with our viewers today, that how did you do it. Like today you are at a level where everybody sees you as a leader, and look forward to they want you to be their role model, and how you reach this level. We will today talk about that. To start about, first of all, sir, like where are you from, and if you can tell us a little bit about your family background and when you came here and how it all started.
Thank you for that question. I'm very proud to be Canadian, and I'm also very proud of my background and my heritage. My family is, they're Persian. My parents are Persian, Iranian. We immigrated to Canada many years ago. I was young at the time, and we settled in the Lower Mainland in BC. That's where I grew up. I did most of my schooling, my university. That's also where I started my parking career many years ago.
Right.
And yeah, it was a great experience, you know, for me. There were challenges, and of course, when you're young, when you leave everything behind, your friends and your school and your family, things are always amplified. You don't know, you don't quite understand it when you're young, and everything seems like an extreme challenge. But I was able to overcome that. I was fortunate where I grew up. I went to a public school. There was folks from very diverse communities. I was able to connect with people through sports and programs at school, and meet people from my own community as well, make friends, and really learn the ropes and understand what it is, because it was a culture shock for me, being young and being in Canada for the first time and being so far away from home. And you must remember, this is also during a time when the world was a much bigger place. We didn't have the technology, we didn't have the connectivity. It wasn't easy to connect with family and friends. And so it was challenging growing up. And then as you grow older, especially when you experience life and you have your own family, you start to understand the sacrifices your parents made, my parents made, and, you know, to bring their kids, 5 of us and themselves, all the way across the world for us to have a better opportunity. You have an appreciation for the things that they had to go through and the challenges they had to go through. But what's important, and always remains important, is the sense of community, and we're very fortunate. Programs such as this allow us to connect with communities, allow us to share information, resources, ideas, bring people together, and we were fortunate to have that there growing up in BC as well. So my family took advantage of that, and it was very useful for newcomers.
Absolutely, sir. And again, as you said, it was a cultural shock. And for me also, like I had been traveling, but as a tourist, or as I was playing different games, so it is kind of different. But when you live at a place, then you come to know the reality, how things are, how difficult sometimes the life becomes, and plus the weather is plays a major role, right? Back in India also, I never drove in snow. Like I never knew what is, minus like 5 or minus 6, right?
Right.
We in Delhi, like we used to get plus 10 or plus, that was too cold for us. But when we came here, we had to adapt with minus 30, minus 35, with snowstorms and driving in snow, working in snow. So those were many things which we had to adapt. And I think all the immigrants, when they come here with the big dream, the reality is a little bit different. You face a lot of things which you never imagined. I'm talking about the times when you came. Now the technology is different. You know what is happening. The information is available, through many channels. Then you can prepare yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And the challenges are tough. There's a lot of obstacles and hurdles to overcome. Just the culture shock in itself, as you mentioned, is different. You got to get accustomed to it. You have to get accustomed to a new climate, a new community, a new culture. You got to learn those things. And it is easier when you're younger, and it's much more difficult. It's, with newcomers, very rarely, as you suggested, is it possible to stop what you're doing and then come somewhere else and then continue at that same pace. So there's a huge learning curve. And communities are important in supporting newcomers when they arrive, to allow them to have the resources and access to the resources, better understanding of how things work, what resources are available, point them in the right direction, give them the support that they need. And really that sense of community exists. It exists here in Calgary. We've seen over the years the number of times how we've come together to face adversity through the city, and us connecting with our communities and everyone standing together to support one another. This recent pandemic is a great example of that. I know it's been challenging for a lot of people, but we have shown once again that we are strong. We're a strong community, and we continue to support one another. And that's ultimately that's what's beautiful about being such a diverse and multicultural place to live. That you have people that you can relate to, you can share experiences, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, what you spoke about being in India, those are the same experiences I'm sure a lot of people in my community experience as well, leaving Iran or the Middle East and coming over here. The climate is different. There's things you got to understand and get used to and get situated, and to accommodate and understand and adapt to that is what the challenge is. And folks are able to overcome that. I think that this is what the beauty is about what we do here, and how we support one another. And I want to continue to be able to do that. I'm very proud of what I have achieved. I'm proud of being in the role that I am, and it was tough. I had a tough career, and there was challenges, but through hard work, perseverance, and continuous dedication, and thanks to a lot of mentors along the way that supported me and coached me, that I was able to learn from, I am here today, and I'm proud of that.
Great, sir. हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी एक्टिंग जीएम जो कि हैं कैलगरी पार्किंग अथॉरिटी के, और उनकी लाइफ स्टोरी और उनकी स्ट्रगल्स हमारे सेगमेंट इनक्रेडिबल पीपल एंड देयर इनक्रेडिबल स्टोरीज। एक छोटा सा ब्रेक के बाद हम लोग अपनी बातचीत जारी रखेंगे। आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस ओनली ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविज़न। मिलते हैं एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद। वेलकम बैक, आप सबका स्वागत है एक बार फिर से हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में। जाने से पहले ब्रेक में जाने से पहले हम लोग बात कर रहे थे कैसे मिस्टर मो यहाँ पर आए और उन्होंने अपनी लाइफ को शुरू किया। अब उनसे बात करते हैं जिस कंपनी में वो इस समय हैं, सिटी को कैसे हेल्प कर रहे हैं और कैसे सिटी को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। मिस्टर मो, नाउ यू वर्किंग एज an acting GM for Calgary Parking Authority. If you can just let our viewers know what is Calgary Parking Authority and how it helps and works with the city.
Yeah, absolutely. The Calgary Parking Authority basically manages publicly owned on and off-street parking facilities on behalf of the city. The CPA also does several other things. It operates the parking facilities. It manages the residential parking permit program. It offers enforcement services. It manages the municipal impound lot services as well. And we also manage third-party sites. So you may have seen when you visit the Calgary Zoo, or you go to the Heritage Park, or you go to Telus Park, just to name a few. These are partners that we are proud to support and collaborate with. And another aspect of what we do as well is we continuously evolve our parking technology. We have a team of dedicated software developers. We have a strong IT team that works on continuously looking at efficiencies and convenience to promote the parking app, as well as the other features that help support our parking operations. And we work closely with the city to support the communities that we serve and initiate a number of initiatives to support Calgarians throughout, especially over the past year during the pandemic. I mean, that's something that we've taken a role in doing as well, and making sure that we give back to the community. But overall, we support the communities through various numbers of initiatives that we have.
Absolutely, absolutely. आज मिस्टर मो एक्टिंग जीएम हैं, लेकिन जब इन्होंने अपना कैरियर शुरू किया तो ये पार्किंग ऑपरेशंस को मैनेज करते थे वैंकूवर स्टेडियम में। 7 साल तक उन्होंने ये काम किया। हमारी इस स्टोरी का एक मेन मकसद ये है कि कहाँ से इंसान अपनी मेहनत से, अपनी शिद्दत से, अपने हार्ड वर्क से एक स्टेडियम की पार्किंग को मैनेज करने से आज जीएम लेवल तक पहुँचे एज एन इमिग्रेंट। एक बहुत बड़ी बात है। दिस इज़ व्हाट the main crux of today's story is that what made him do that. Sir, today you are handling such a big company and helping the city of Calgary in a very big way. And you started your career as as you told me that you used to manage parking in one of the stadiums in Vancouver. This journey, what was the most difficult part you felt that which you faced from that particular place what you are today, so that we can learn from it, that how did you succeed, how did you made yourself strong enough through that, if it was something which you want to share with us, and then how did you overcome that, so that we also learn from it.
Okay, that's a very good question. I would say for me, what it boils down to is having passion and interest in what you do. You may look at parking and think that it's just cars parking in stalls, and often when you are looking at parking operations, it's probably not the first thing on your priority list. It's not the first thing people plan about. It's often part of the secondary or tertiary plans when it comes to events or anything else. What I realized at an early age in this industry was that there was more to just parking than putting a car in a stall and saying, okay, this is how you pay for it. Parking played a very crucial role in the overall experience. So whether you're going to an event at a stadium, you're going to an appointment, to visit a friend, going to work, parking is often, and it's not often, parking is your first and last impression. So how you experience that is often what determines the outcome of your day. And for me, that was really interesting, to look at the influence that it has on the journey and the experience, the overall experience of a parker, and how I can influence that in a better way, and how I could be a part of that change. I have spent over 2 decades now in this industry, and I've seen it evolve from parking tickets on your dash to coins in a meter to all these great technologies that exist today. But the overall, the fundamentals of parking still remains. You want to make sure that it's convenient, you want to make sure that there's space available, and that you're serving that purpose and providing a seamless and efficient operation. That's what attracted me to it. I was fortunate, as you mentioned. I started off in Vancouver in the stadium districts. I've worked a number of events there. It took me to the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games. I was a regional manager there for 5 of the Olympic venues. From that, I actually got the opportunity to go to UK, and I headed the parking and permitting operations for the London 2012 Summer Olympic and Paralympic Games there as well. So I've been able to really get the most experience I can out of this industry by going through different areas and focusing on the deliverables and the operations and really learning through it. Before joining the CPA, I spent a lot of time here in Calgary with one of the major parking management companies. Got a lot of experience and access to how to deal with contracts and deal with clients, and how to set up efficient operations at a parking lot. All of those experiences have made me who I am today. And the parking business, what makes it exciting is that every day it's a unique challenge. You continue to learn, you continue to evolve, and you continue to better yourself in this industry. So the formula, if there was one, is to be passionate, work hard, stay dedicated to your craft, and take advantage of the folks along the way, the mentors. Learn from every person, every chance you get. You're always learning. You're evolving yourself and making yourself a better person in this industry, and trying to learn as much as possible. 22 years later, I still haven't learned everything about it. Every day I learn something new. So it's just keeping that open mind.
That's the major part, what I could see over there, that you talk about learning. And that, I think, I may be wrong, or people may not agree with me, but that makes you more successful because you keep on learning. You never said once that, okay, I'm done, I've learned enough. You always said, I'm learning and I will keep on learning. And sir, I believe that is the major power behind you, which keeps you going, because you have that urge to learn more. And if you learn more, definitely that will take you to a different place. It will take you to a different level, because you are learning and then implementing that. And I think that's a great thing which we should be learning as an immigrant, as a person, if you want to be in your shoes. And thank you for giving us that thing that keep on learning.
My pleasure.
I think that is the major key to your success. Now, sir, during the pandemic, we saw a lot of ups and downs. As you're mentoring CPA at this moment, we have, before we go to our second break, we have around 2 minutes. If you can let us know, what was the major decision or what were the major policies you implemented so that the CPA kept on working efficiently in this pandemic also?
Okay, there's a number of parts to that, but I'll address the first and foremost, most paramount thing for us was the health and safety of our team and the health and safety of our customers. So very early on, when the pandemic started, we were able to make some quick decisions to make sure that our team is taken care of, that they're safe. Those that are able to work from home, we were able to support that. Those that weren't, we were able to make sure that we had safety measures in place to make sure that they were comfortable being at work, and that we were taking that into consideration. And the other thing that I think we did that was really important was we set up a number of internal committees. One of them was the Cpa Prepared Committee. What the Prepared Committee did was it offered the ability to share verified information that we got from Alberta Health Services and from the province with our team. And that was very important because things were changing, if you recall, were changing so rapidly, and we wanted to make sure that we were getting the right information out to our team members. And to date, I'm very proud to say that we've sent out around 43 bulletins, and we continue to do so. And that helps us guide our team members and let them know of what changes are coming and what safety measures we've taken and put into place. So that would be, for me, one of the first things we did. And then, of course, we were able to introduce a number of other safety measures as well. Occupancy limits, that was one thing for common areas. Enhanced signage, sanitization stations, sanitary stations for not just our team members, but for our customers to use. Elevator tow-to-go buttons, contactless, where possible, obviously. Elevators were outfitted with buttons that you could use your feet. Yeah, we had contactless sensors on doors, so doors can open and close. And we started promoting contactless payment as well. So we really leveraged our My Parking app, our mobile app that we have, trying to get folks to recognize that there's other means and other methods of payments. We actually have 5 methods of payments, one of them being going to the machine and paying there. The other 4 are virtual, and it allows you, especially in this time where people are taking certain precautionary measures, to make sure that you're doing that safely at the convenience at your fingertips, really. And so those are the things we focused on, in addition to a number of other initiatives, which I can go into after. I know you said we have a short time here. So.
Yes, sir. एक छोटा सा ब्रेक, और ब्रेक के बाद अब दोबारा आपसे बातचीत जारी रखेंगे. आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस ओनली ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल टीवी. वेलकम बैक. आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस ओनली ऑन पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन. हमारे साथ आज हैं मिस्टर मो हुसैनी, जो कि एक्टिंग जीएम है कैलगरी पार्किंग अथॉरिटी से. सर, हाउ CPA हैज़ helped the community and the city of Calgary during this COVID timings?
That's a very good question, Amrit. What we did during the pandemic, and obviously we noticed a reduce in demand for parking, and of course people were staying at home, working from home, remote working options were there. We used this time to make sure that we were able to support the community, support local businesses. So one of the first things we did early on was we introduced our development team was able to introduce a platform embedded within our My Parking app called the Local Deals feature. It allows local businesses to promote their products and services for free on that platform to our users. Just another way for us to generate some interest and get some foot traffic into local businesses. And
to help small businesses,
absolutely.
Right?
And there is, and we have a few folks signed up, and that's available on our website if anyone's interested in learning more. The other thing we did was we worked with the city, and throughout the lockdown, both the first and second lockdown, we offered free on-street parking for 15 minutes with a registration. The idea behind that is by registering and parking for 15 minutes free, it would support delivery options for businesses, and we were able to give back in that sense. We also introduced early evening rates to, again, promote parking and shopping locally in a safe way so that there was facilities available to support that. And we've done a number of other initiatives. One that comes to mind recently is working with our partners, the City of Calgary, Cma, Alberta Health Services, and the TELUS Convention Center in supporting the vaccination clinic.
Right.
So we offer 90 minutes free parking through a registration. And we've seen, it was a great way to give back and support this great cause and support our community as well. The first month in April, we had just under 27,000 registrations in our Lot 60 at the TELUS Convention Center. The following month, it was just under 47,000. And we don't have June numbers in yet, but I'm sure we did well there as well. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank all Calgarians who did their part, that went down, used the facilities, registered their plates. We were happy to be able to support you through this as well and give back to the community. The other things we did was we tried to reimagine what we could do with underutilized space.
Right.
So we worked with communities. We worked with the Beltline Neighborhood Association, for example, and we have an installment on the rooftop of our City Centre Parkade, Lot 25, where we converted the rooftop to High Park. High Park is a place that promotes active sort of gathering and community park gathering and lots of Instagram photos and things like that people take. And we're constantly getting feedback from the public of how great it is, how they're enjoying it, and how we can make it better. And we're going to continue to work with our partners to evolve that space as well. Park is another example that's in Inglewood. Has gained a lot of both national and international recognition. We were very proud in 2020, the Canadian Parking Association recognized that Park installment, and it was a great achievement for us. Recently, we were in the International Parking Mobility Institute Excellence Awards as well for the Park installment, and we couldn't have done that without our partners, working with CMLC and working with the BIAs and supporting the community. So that's the vision. We want to continue to give back. We want to continue to work with various communities. We want to give back to the local businesses and support them in any way we can. We are certainly flexible. We have the technology we can leverage, and we continue to come up with promotions that are geared towards helping folks out, especially during the pandemic. And that's been the key. So the Flex Pass is another one I want to touch on very, very quickly here. We were able to leverage the technology and rely on contactless permit methods to take license plate recognition and offer something that's in between daily parking and monthly parking.
Right.
So it's a 10-day pass, and we recognize that that's something that's needed, especially when there's some uncertainty around your schedules. Not everyone's going to the office. You're popping in one day or 2 days a week. That offers you the flexibility. So it's about convenience, it's about being flexible, and it's about being innovative and creative, and that's what we want to do, and that's what we continue to do. So we're always looking for feedback, we're always pushing the envelope to give back to the communities that we serve, and we're very proud of that.
Absolutely, sir. तो आप ये सब सुन रहे हैं एक ऐसे इंसान से जो कि एक इमिग्रेंट ईरान से इस कंट्री में आया और पिछले 2 दशकों से इस इंडस्ट्री में अपना एक्सपीरियंस गेन किया, एंड ही स्टिल सेज आई एम लर्निंग. 20 साल का एक्सपीरियंस, लेकिन स्टिल लर्निंग इज़ द वर्ड. आई थिंक दैट मेक्स मिस्टर मोह हुसैनी a special, incredible person with his incredible story. अगर मिस्टर मो ये सब कर सकते हैं तो आप क्यों नहीं? ये सवाल आपने अपने आप से पूछना है और मेहनत से कभी नहीं हटना है. One thing I want to ask you over here is, sir, do you think in life is there any shortcut for success?
No, I don't. There's no shortcut to success. You got to work hard. You gotta learn. You gotta have an open mind. You have to be dedicated, and you have to always be willing to collaborate. And it takes a long time, but you know, with the support of the folks around you, the team around you, you get to learn and become better at what you do, and you're constantly, like I said, you're constantly learning and evolving yourself as a person, and that to me is the key, and I don't think that ends. It doesn't end now, it just keeps going, and I think that's one of the things that my parents were able to instill in me. I learned that from them, from the hard work and the dedication and the sacrifices they made, and I'll continue to do that. I'm very proud of that.
Amazing, sir. Again, you use the word learn. I think that's the key for your success.
Thank you.
One last thing, sir. We have last 1 minute. In coming time, in our community, there are a lot of people like from South Asian countries. They are into cab driving, truck driving. They need awareness. Can we rely on Calgary Parking Authority and your vision that you will be, because things are opening up, we'll be seeing more people from the company going out to the community, reaching out and spreading the awareness that you can assure us?
Absolutely. That is our intent. We want to engage with various communities. We want to hear from you. If you have any feedback, you can always contact us. 403-537-7000 is the phone number. If you have any advice or feedback and you would like to see us do more in your communities, improve service at calgaryparking.com is the website address that I would recommend folks to email us from. And of course, follow us on social media. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. All of our handles are there. And for general awareness, our website is always available, www.calgaryparking.com. So if you have an opportunity and you'd like to learn more about some of the initiatives, please communicate. We learn from our community. We want to give back to the community. We want to hear your thoughts and ideas and how we can make things better.
Amazing. तो ये थे मिस्टर मो सैनी, और आई एम वेरी श्योर कि आपको ये इन्फॉर्मेशन और इनकी स्टोरी पसंद आई होगी. मैं आपका होस्ट अमृत आपसे इजाज़त लेता हूँ, और अगले वीक दोबारा जुड़ूंगा आपके साथ एक नई गेस्ट के साथ, उनकी नई स्टोरी के साथ, जो कि हमारा सेगमेंट है इनक्रेडिबल पीपल विद देयर इनक्रेडिबल स्टोरीज. थैंक यू सो मच. स्टे सेफ. गर्मी का टाइम है, एंजॉय करें, मस्त रहें. थैंक यू.